Hello and welcome to the FYE Library session. My name is Beth and I'm one of the librarians at the Clackamas Community College Library. Before we get started, I want you to make sure that you have something to write with and a piece of paper because we're going to do a scavenger hunt. So go ahead and pause your video and grab those things if you need to. Our plan today is to start with a practice poll so you can see how our scavenger hunt's going to work. And then I'm going to introduce you to the librarians and the library services. And then we're going to do an online scavenger hunt to learn how to get help from the library and how to practice using some of the library tools available to you. We're going to explore the library resources. And at the very end, we're going to get connected to the Tutoring and Writing Center. So let's start with our practice poll. Which of these library services do you think are available from the CCC Library? Select all that apply. So go ahead and pause your video and write down which of these things you think are available from the library. Okay, welcome back. The answer is all of these things are available. And I want to say that at this moment, it is summer 2022, and I'm filming this video while the library is still physically closed as it has been the last academic year. But by fall 2022, the library should be back open. So these answers apply to when the library is open for students to come in. So what can you find at the library? We have printed hard copy books for you to check out. There are magazines and DVDs available. We also have online articles and ebooks that you can read online from anywhere. We have streaming videos. We also have free course textbooks called Course Reserves available in the library. Those are textbooks from classes that you can access for a limited time in the library. Computers, printers, copiers, scanners, and study rooms are also things you will find in the library. You can also get research and library help. There's a research desk right when you walk into the library. You can ask your research questions, or if you have questions about how the library works or where you can find something, you can always stop there. You'll also find the Writing Center and the Math and Science tutoring in the library space, which is in the Dye Learning Center. We also have a library catalog plus many article databases where you can find and search for a variety of research topics. So I'm going to introduce your librarians. First up, we have S.G. DeWay, whose pronouns are she, her, they, and their. Her email address is below, and an important fact about SD is that she loves manatees. You can see there's a cute manatee right here. My name is Beth Caldwell. My pronouns are she and her. There's my email address, and I love red pandas. So this is our library website, library.clackamas.edu. If you go to that, you will get our library homepage, but you can also find it from the Clackamas, the main Clackamas Community College website. If you scroll down, we're this middle icon right here for library. So here is the library website. So if you haven't already, you should pull up the library website, and we're going to get started with our scavenger hunt. What I'll do is I'll read the question, and then I'll give you the opportunity to pause your video for a few minutes while you look for the answers on the library website. First question is, how can you get help from a librarian? Select all that apply. And I'm going to give you a hint on this one. If you go to the library website, which is library.clackamas.edu, and you click up in this top right-hand corner where it says Get Help, I think you will find most of the answers you need here. So go ahead and pause your video and write down your answers. Okay, welcome back. So the answer is most of these things are things that you can get help from a librarian. The only one that's not marked is snail mail. So the 24/7 chat is right on the main library page right here. And there's a librarian available to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It might not always be a Clackamas librarian, but it will be a librarian who can help you with your research questions. But if they don't know the answer to your specific question, if it's something very specific to Clackamas or your class, they will let us know that you had the question, and when we get in the next day, we will contact you. So to use the chat, you just put in your name, your email address, can be a Clackamas email address or whatever email address you use. And then you type in your question. And this is a great service. You know, if it's midnight and you are stuck on something, you're trying to find some sources for a paper, this is a great option for getting help. As I mentioned before, our email addresses were in the slides with the animal pictures. At the very end, I will also make sure that you have our general reference email, but you can feel free to email us with your questions and we will get back to you within a day usually. You can also call us on the phone. We have a reference phone number, which is under that Get Help link on the main library page. Also, in that Get Help link is the FAQ. So click on the Get Help. Right at the top here are the frequently asked questions about research, about borrowing things from the library, about the library space itself. This is a great place to start. Another way to get help is to come into the library and visit the research desk. It's right when you walk in, and a librarian would be happy to help you. And then last but not least, you can make a one-on-one appointment with a librarian. Back on this Get Help page, see right here where it says Get Help Online. Up here, it says Make a Zoom Appointment. This will allow you to make a one-on-one appointment with a librarian via Zoom or phone. If you would prefer phone over Zoom, definitely we're able to do that. You do not have to turn your camera on Zoom if you do not want, but it's a great way to get help. And we can also show you step by step, you know, how to navigate the library resources. To make an appointment, just click on 30-minute appointment with CCC Librarian, and then pick a day and time that works for you. Usually it needs to be booked at least 24 hours in advance. And once you book it, you'll get a confirmation that the Zoom meeting has been set up. Okay, so our next question on the scavenger hunt. When is a CCC librarian available to help you? Go ahead and pause your video and go back to the library website on that Get Help link and see what you can find. Okay, welcome back. The answer is during regularly scheduled research assistant hours posted on the library website. Because we do not have our fall hours scheduled yet, I can't tell you what the hours are, but I can tell you that by the time you're seeing this video, they should be posted on our website on that Get Help tab. Right here it says research help hours. And then these will be the hours that you can come into the library and talk to us. This is for summer, so it will not be accurate in the fall. So definitely check the new hours when you can. Okay, we're going to do a little scavenger hunt in the library catalog. The question is, does CCC Library own a copy of the MLA handbook? The MLA handbook is going to be important in most of your writing classes for doing citations. Go ahead and go to the library website, and I will give you a little hint on this one. The catalog search is this main search box right here. And then if you're trying to find something specifically in the CCC library, you can change this to be just CCC Library. So go ahead and pause your video, try this search, and figure out whether we have the MLA handbook. Okay, welcome back. The answer is yes. So when I put in that search and I said I want to search the CCC Library, the results that come up, this one right here says available at the Dye Learning Center Library Reserve. So that tells you that we do have a copy of this book. Okay, next scavenger hunt question. What citation styles can you get help with? Select all that apply. The options are APA 6, APA 7, Chicago, LOL, MLA 9. Go ahead and pause your video. And welcome back. Hopefully you were able to find the answer, which is APA 7 and MLA 9. Chicago is a valid citation style, but not that frequently used at CCC. However, if you find yourself using Chicago or some other citation style other than APA or MLA, you can still ask us and we may be able to point you to some good resources where you can find your answers. To find the help for APA and MLA 9, back on the library main page, right here under Research Tools, there's a tab called Citations, MLA, and APA Help. And here you'll find some of the common questions, some examples, and also further resources for each type of citation. Okay, so course reserves. As I mentioned earlier, course reserves are when your class textbook is on reserve in the library. The way you find your course reserves is that library catalog search box again, and you type in your course and you choose course reserves. So I just put PSY, which is psychology, and I hit search. Okay, and what comes up are all the books that are on course reserve for any of the psychology classes. These top ones are ebooks. If you're not finding your course reserve item, definitely send us an email and let us know. We are happy to reach out to your instructor and try to get a copy of that textbook on reserve in the library. Okay, so now we're going to talk about our e-resources. Which of these are you likely to use? Select all that apply. Go ahead and pause your video and write down your answers. Okay, welcome back. So there's no right or wrong answer, but these couple top ones are all things that CCC has available to you. We have streaming videos. We have access to the New York Times newspaper and ebooks. Public library access is also a valid option, and you are welcome to pay for Netflix, Audible, Kindle, and Hulu if you like, but we offer a lot of free resources for you to get the same kinds of services. So I'm going to go back to the library website. And I'm going to click on electronic resources under research tools. And I'm going to start with streaming video. We have a couple different streaming video services, and they all have different types of films, and they could be short films, long films, educational, or entertainment. We have academic video online, also called Avon, Films on Demand, and Canopy. These are great places to look for films in your academic area. And then we also have some e-videos in the library catalog. And this is a little demonstration to show you that when you're searching in the catalog, you can narrow it down by type, and video is one of the options. We also have ebooks. You can find ebooks in the catalog, but we've also pulled out a couple of links here that are common places to find some ebooks. So this is the EBSCO ebook Community College Collection. You click on it. And it's going to take you to a search box, and then you type in your topic. Let's say you're doing mental health as a topic. We got about 1,200 results. These are all ebooks. You can narrow it down by year if you want things that are more current. And you can see you can download the PDF, or you can read them online if you're just interested in certain chapters. So just search for the topic that is of interest to you, and it will take you to the ebooks. That is just one of the different ebook collections that we have. We also have access to the New York Times. So CCC has a subscription to the New York Times, which means it's available to all students, faculty, and staff for free. That includes both the historical New York Times, which can be great for research, and also the current New York Times. So to do that, you follow the instructions on this page. To sign up, you do need to use your Clackamas email address, and you will need to re-verify, I think once a year, that you are still a student. Oh, that's right, it expires in 365 days. So even if you don't even know that you're going to use this service, it can't hurt to sign up for an account for when you're doing some research later and you want to have access to that New York Times content. Okay, so the last thing we're going to go over is tutoring. We have a direct URL here to take you directly to the tutoring services. but you can also get to it from the library main page. Right under using CCC Library, we have a link for Writing Center and Tutoring. Okay, so this website takes you to the tutoring services available to you. As of right now, the services are both in person and online, which is a great option for you. You can view the tutoring schedule for the current term right here. And it tells you some of the topics that you can get tutoring in: accounting, business, computer science, math, science, engineering, writing. So it tells you when those types of tutoring are available. And you can also schedule an appointment right on the website under this schedule link. I encourage you to go ahead and set up an account right now, even if you don't know that you'll need tutoring. It's good to have, and it's super easy. You just need to put in your Clackamas email address. I have already set up an account, but you can click register for an account right here. Clackamas email address, password, and then you can start seeing when schedules are available. So I have logged in and I can see the Writing Center schedule, or I can see the math and science or technology, whatever subject I'm interested in getting tutoring in. And then down here, you can see here's the schedule with some open times, face-to-face or online. It's easy to set up an appointment. So go ahead and pause your video and set up your tutoring account right now. Okay, hopefully you had a moment to play around on the tutoring website, maybe make an account, see some of the subjects available to you. If you have any questions about tutoring, you can ask us in the library, but there is also contact info for tutoring at clackamas.edu. One more thing I want to go back to is the electronic resources. I forgot to mention, we have a link here for public library resources. So if it's more convenient to you to get to one of the public libraries, or it's a break in the winter break or spring break, and you still want to access the library, here's a link to the 3 local county library websites. You can get a library card at any of them. They have many resources. They have some that we don't, including electronic audiobooks and that kind of thing. But a lot of great resources, free and available to you. So I highly encourage you to get a library card at one of your public libraries that are local to you. Okay. So we're wrapping up. Just to get a recap on what we talked about, which of these things can I ask a librarian for help with? Select all that apply. Go ahead and pause your video. Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that. The answer is most of these things you can get help accessing the New York Times newspaper online, as we went over. We can help you find an ebook. We can help you get free full text of an article. We definitely can help you with the perfect citations, again, ALA and APA and MLA. choosing a good research topic or even honing a research topic that you've already chosen. We cannot help you with buying a red panda, even though they are adorable. And then none, I learned how to do them all today. If that's your answer, great. But if you do find yourself with any question regarding the library or library services, definitely reach out, email, the 24/7 chat, a one-on-one appointment, or come see us in the library. That is the end of our presentation, except not really, because this is just the beginning. In week 7, you'll have a library assignment, and we will be ready to help you with that. This is our main email, which is reference@clackamas.edu. It goes to all of the librarians, and we will usually get back to you the same day if it's within business hours, but if not, definitely the next day. So definitely reach out to us. Let us know how we can help you, and good luck on your college journey.